Aquaman 2 director James Wan kind of made waves this last week when he was basically poking fun at the whole marketing aspect of Aquaman 2 with the fact that they made a trailer or a teaser for the upcoming trailer that's set to be released tomorrow, which he said was kind of silly to have a trailer for a trailer. And a lot of people were pointing out the suspicious nature of the timing on all this, myself included, where it was basically people talking about how Warner Brothers seems to have abandoned Aquaman 2 by not marketing it. And then as soon as those rumors were going around, then all of a sudden they released this teaser for the upcoming trailer. Now, realistically, they probably had that trailer in the pipeline and they're set to release it. But I could conceive of a scenario where they saw these rumors and were like, hey, let's just throw together a teaser for the trailer really quick just to kind of quell some of these rumors. I mean, that's an unlikely thing, but I can see that as being a possible scenario because there really wasn't a ton shown in that teaser. And I'm pretty sure the trailer itself is basically just going to be a more fleshed out version of that. But if that were the case, so I mean, I would see them just probably releasing the trailer first and foremost. But either way, that's kind of beside the point. Now we get the director, James Wan, actually making headlines for the fact that he's trying to defend decisions that they made in the movie to actually tone down Amber Heard's character in this sequel movie compared to her role in the first movie. Because as people who might not remember, I mean, all two of you out there, she was obviously in a lot of hot water because once it came out that she was the one who actually defamed Johnny Depp within the trial that she had with him and was actually the abuser in their relationship. A lot of people were kind of put off by her, and many people were saying that they don't want to actually watch the movie as long as she's in it. And during the trial between her and Johnny Depp's defamation case, she was trying to countersue by saying Johnny Depp was defaming her, which caused her role in Aquaman 2 to be severely cut down and a lot of scenes with her in it removed. And now this is what director James Wan has to say about that. So he came out and said the sequel is always intended for less Amber Heard despite her claims from trial. So director James Wan said Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom was always pitched as a bromance action adventure movie with Mira taking a backseat. You scroll down into the article, the actress 37 reprises her role as the Sea Princess in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, but during her Virginia defamation trial with ex-husband Johnny Depp last year, Heard testified that her role became very pared down amid negative attention on her personal life. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Wan 46 said Mira was never intended to be a main character in the second installment. Instead, the story focuses on Arthur Curry, Jason Momoa, and half-brother Orm, Patrick Wilson. And this is according to James Wan. I always pitched this to everyone from the get-go. The first Aquaman was Arthur and Mira's journey. The second movie was always going to be Arthur and Orm, he said. So the first was a romance action adventure movie. The second one is a bromance action adventure movie, added Wan. We'll leave it at that. Which to me, that actually makes the most sense. I mean, the idea that they cut down her role but still kept her in it as for public backlash just seems a little preposterous because I know there were people out there when all this was kind of coming to light about her and who she really was. People were saying, yeah, they're not going to watch this movie as long as she's in it. So I could understand if they would actually get rid of her entirely. I mean, obviously, some of there was other movies that got rid of Johnny Depp entirely because of his role. I mean, Fantastic Beasts was a prime example where he was cut from that movie entirely, and they recast it because of that information. I mean, that was kind of what was brought up in the trial and a reason that he actually won his defamation case against her. But to say that they reduced her role but didn't remove her entirely, I don't actually buy into that. I mean, I can actually see the scenario where it's like, yeah, maybe she did have a bigger part that they actually just cut it down because they couldn't fit it in the movie. I mean, there was other reshoots and other test screenings, so maybe things were tweaked around and she just kind of lost a lot of her role in the shuffle. I mean, that's not unusual. I mean, even in this very movie, apparently Ben Affleck had a bigger role in this movie that it was severely cut down, if not eliminated entirely. Jumping over to IMDb for this movie, I mean, you still see Ben Affleck listed in there, so maybe he does have a cameo in it. But it might actually be more reduced than what it was initially had. And there's nothing against Ben Affleck right now. At least I don't see any people upset with him and calling to boycott the movie because he's in it. But people are calling to boycott the movie because Amber Heard's in it. And like I was saying, if they were trying to reduce her role to appease those people, then they would probably just recast her entirely or get rid of her character entirely. To me, it doesn't make sense that they would say like, yeah, we don't like the public backlash against you, so we're just going to reduce your role, but not actually remove you entirely, because who is that really appeasing? Is it going to appease the people who are upset with her? No, they're not going to be happy unless she's gone entirely. Is it going to appease her fans by keeping her in there? No, because they actually, or according to her claims, they reduced her role. So I mean, by doing this, you're really upsetting everyone. Unless the whole goal was this had nothing to do with the trial in and of itself. It literally was just what James Wan's saying, that they just had their script that they were trying to do. And right now she's just trying to get attention on herself, or people are just trying to get attention for her in some type of positive way, because they don't like the fact that, yeah, she just has nothing to do in this movie, and she's just kind of a background character in this movie when she was more front and center in the first one. But at least that's just my opinion. But let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. Do you believe what James Wan's saying, or do you think Amber Heard is telling the truth on this one for the first time in her life? But just let me know in the comment section. And if you like this video, make sure you click the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with the latest news. Thank you.